Welcome to Fresh Vitals. Today, we are diving into the science behind an ancient remedy that, as it turns out, is a powerhouse against joint pain. We're going to look at what it is, exactly how it works, and what the latest research could mean for you.
So let's get real for a second. Are you, or maybe someone you know, just fed up with that nagging chronic joint pain? You know, the search for something that actually works can feel endless. But what if the answer wasn't some new discovery, but a solution that's been around for centuries?
Okay, let's just jump right into a key number from a recent study. Researchers saw a really critical marker for joint inflammation go down by a whopping 46%. That's almost cutting the inflammation in half, right at the source.
And here's the part that'll really get you. 7. That's the number of days it took for people in the study to start feeling a real noticeable difference. Just 1 week. So what in the world is this stuff?
We're talking about an herbal extract called Boswellia Serrata. And in this explainer, we're going to dig right into the scientific proof to see how it pulls off these incredible results.
All right, first up, let's unpack the clinical study itself. This is where we move past anecdotes and tradition and look at what the cold, hard scientific evidence really says.
So, the study zeroes in on Boswellia Serrata. It comes from the resin of a tree that grows in India, and it's been used in traditional medicine forever. But the real key, the secret sauce, is an active compound inside it called AKBA. That's the molecule that scientists are really excited about.
So here's how they set it up to get clear answers. They took a group of adults between 40 and 80 who all had knee pain. And for 90 days, they split them into 3 groups. You had your placebo group, a group taking a low dose of Boswellia, and a third group taking a higher, supercharged dose enriched with that AKBA. It's a really solid study design.
Now, to measure what was going on, they looked at an enzyme in the knee called MMP3. The best way to think of it is as a damage marker. When your MMP3 levels are high, it's a sign of more inflammation and that your cartilage is breaking down. So the goal is to get that number way, way down.
Okay, so we've got the setup, we know what they're measuring, now for the fun part, the results. And believe me, what the science revealed was powerful and pretty much unmistakable.
And the core finding was just crystal clear. The placebo group? Almost no change. The low-dose group saw their inflammation marker drop by 31%, but that high-dose group, they saw that amazing 46% reduction. This shows a direct link. The more potent the dose, the stronger the effect. It's that simple.
But you know, lab numbers are one thing. What did this actually mean for how people felt? Well, it meant this. The high-dose group reported up to a 65% reduction in their pain. For anyone who lives with chronic pain, that number is absolutely life-changing.
And it wasn't just how much relief they felt. It was how fast. People started feeling a difference in just 7 days. Now, to put that into perspective, something like glucosamine can often take about 6 weeks to kick in. That kind of speed is a total game changer.
Okay, so we've established that it works. But the million-dollar question is, how? Let's zoom in on the biology here to see what's actually happening inside your body.
It all comes down to one specific enzyme in your body's inflammation pathway. It's called 5-lipoxygenase, or just 5-LOX. You can think of this enzyme as the master switch that kicks off the whole inflammatory chain reaction.
And this is the magic right here. That active compound we keep talking about, AKBA, basically has the perfect key to fit into the lock of that 5-LOX enzyme. It finds it and it blocks it, stopping the inflammatory message before it can even get sent out.
So, by flipping off that master switch, AKBA isn't just masking the pain. It's actually helping to calm the entire inflammatory process right at the source. It's designed to address the cause, not just cover up the symptoms. And that, right there, is the fundamental difference. You see, typical painkillers, they just work by blocking pain signals from reaching your brain. Boswellia goes deeper. It targets the biological pathways that are creating the inflammation in the first place.
Okay, the science is pretty incredible, right? So let's bring this out of the lab and into the real world. What do you actually need to know if you're thinking about this?
Well, the research makes it really clear that not all supplements are the same. You want to look for something called standardized extracts. That's your guarantee you're getting a consistent, effective amount. And specifically, check that label for a high AKBA content, because that's the molecule doing all the heavy lifting. And just remember, this isn't like popping a pain pillar for instant relief. It works by helping your body calm inflammation over time. So taking it consistently, every single day, is way more important than what time of day you take it. Consistency is absolutely key.
And of course, here is the most important piece of advice I can give you. While Boswellia is generally very safe, it is absolutely essential that you talk to your doctor or another healthcare professional before you start any new supplement routine. Seriously, that's non-negotiable. So when you really step back and look at the whole picture, what you have here is a beautiful case of ancient wisdom being proven right by modern science. A remedy that's been trusted for thousands of years is now showing us, on a molecular level, exactly why it works so well. This all leaves us with a really powerful question to think about. As we learn more, could focusing on these deep inflammatory pathways instead of just chasing symptoms be the real key to long-term joint health?
Hey, if you found this explainer helpful on your own wellness journey, do us a favor and hit that like button, share it with someone you think could benefit, and of course, subscribe to Fresh Vitals for more deep dives into the science of your health. Thanks so much for watching.